Hey guys, it is Sonia, and it's Saturday. Sneaky snake in the garden. So, got a little project today, just a small one, because I couldn't let this one sit on the sidelines. I've had this one in my possession for a very, very long time, and it needed a makeover, and it's been sitting as is in my thrift resale room, and it just has not found a home. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna spruce it up a little bit. Hey Terry, how are ya? So we're gonna take it to the limit, all right, in just a moment here. We went for a walk in the park last night. They were playing the Eagles, so I think I have that in my brain somewhere. Pretty much every evening, me and Matt, we try to get out unless the weather is ridiculously humid, and we might like literally have, you know, heart attacks while we're walking. We don't do that. But the weather has kind of gone back the other way, which is really nice, bringing that balance. Hey, Lisa, Martha, Debbie. And last night we went out and we did 2 new trails, which was awesome. But today they were getting ready for a jazz fest, and they were testing the amphitheater. They have two different music stages. And so anyway, we walked around, and, you know, it was really fun. It was really, really fun. It's interesting, you know, when you go to a park like that, and that one's right pretty much in the city. And there was just like, they have big slides. Who remembers the aluminum slides? I grew up with aluminum slides. Let's just go on that tangent for a second. I was looking at them, right? And I said, Matt, which one are you going to go down? Because they have like, I think it was 3 or 4 there, big ones. You know, the ones that get really, really hot in the summer? And I was just talking about how, like, you know, I remember when I was little, just how much you'd hang off a slide, like literally a monkey. You come down it, you go back up it, you'd swing off of it. And anybody else do this when you were younger with a metal slide? Like after you came down, maybe you squeaked your whole way down, or maybe you had good pants on that day. But did anybody remember, like, when then you would take the challenge to go back up the slide? And I'm thinking, that probably wasn't the safest, you know, because those were some really high slides where you put your sneakers to the side and you'd see if you can like hold yourself on to get to the top, back up again. And your friend wants to come down, you're like, okay, wait for me, I gotta get to the top here. But anyway, I had those memories come back last night. And then I was this close to jumping on a slide. Matt was like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, come on, get on a slide with me right here. And there was one over to the side, and I thought, maybe I'll do this slide. And Matt goes, wait, what is that? What is that river right there? And I'm like, what? And I looked, and I don't know, maybe somebody had too much fun that they peed their pants. But I'm like, okay, the slide I was going to get on is definitely been infected now, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, so it's okay. But anyway, fun times, fun memories. The kids were having a blast last night, so that was really cool. They're getting ready for the jazz festival, like I said today. I think it's ongoing today. And it was interesting, like they had an amphitheater there, and just how people use parks. There was a couple there, and there was nobody else there outside of an empty amphitheater. The music was on, and they just stood there. They were slow dancing. They had like, I think they had a picnic with them, and you know, it was just really interesting. I love the people watch, you know, think about all the stories. That's like when you pass by, especially a city, and you just see all the big buildings, apartment buildings, and lights come on and lights come off, and every single one of those little boxes is a story. Like that is somebody's story of life right there, right? Anyway, I just think about those things. Tell me if you do as well. So today I'm going to flip this little piece. Hey Stacy, good to see ya. Martha, Jenny, Monica. Okay, cool. So before I get into finishing up this piece, taking it to the limits, just like the Eagles last night, I heard. I did put a couple more pieces up. By the way, I want to say thank you to Valerie is in Maine, I'm pretty sure. So one of my paintings yesterday sold. I'm actually packaging it up right now, so you'll see a tracking number shortly. But one's going to Maine, and I also wanted to say thank you to Julie. That one's going to go to Virginia. So thank you. With those 2 paintings yesterday, that gave me another $50 for my till. To reach my $10,000 goal to purchase a home back on the island that I'm from. So now with everything that sold, and I sold a little table yesterday in the shop. I sold like a window frame, because we all love wooden window frames. So now my stash, my little box stash, is over $200. We're in the $200 range. So that's pretty amazing. But that's what I'm working on this summer. Tell me a goal that you have set for yourself. I'd love to hear. So with that said, I also put up 3 more paintings today on JunkMonkeyPaint.com. it'll take you to my Etsy. So this one you've seen in the background. It took a lot for me to part with this one because this is like my shabby roses, like the epitome. This is what I love. But I love the pink roses, you know, and it kind of reminds me like pink posies. Pink is such a soft color. I just love it. It's very optimistic, you know, I think rose-colored glasses and just seeing the positivity in life. So this is just a lot of pink vibe right here, the pink shabby roses. So she just got listed and will be turned into a print, but this one is done with acrylic paint by me, yours truly. So if you'd like to have a piece of my art, if you love my art, you need something just for the summer, you're looking for some cool, cozy vibes, and you also maybe want to support myself as an artist, support me, my hopes, my goals, my dreams, right here. I always say when you paint a painting, you take your insides and you put them on the outside. So I'm hoping somebody will appreciate this one. This is the first time it's ever come up for sale because I just took it off my wall, quite literally. It's in the video, in the background of all my videos, and now I have a blank spot because I'm hoping somebody will claim it, and I will package it with love. And I am doing a special right now since I just reopened my shop, JunkMonkeyPaint.com, and that is with every painting that is sold, I'm also hand making a pair of handmade earrings to go with it. So if you do purchase a painting, make sure you put in the comments your favorite color, and I will pick a couple crystals in that color for you closest to it and hand make it. They're just like the ones that I have on today. These are handmade little earrings. I do different styles, but isn't this fun? Just little dangles, happy dangles. So I will make a happy dangle for you as well. Just let me know your favorite color, and if I don't get an answer when you purchase it, then I will just pick something intuitively that I think that you would love. The other two that I put up as little mini ones as well. These are just $12.99, guys. If you want just to pop a color, some fun. These are Relove thrifted frames that we picked up. I put some metallic on them to brighten them, and I just did some really whimsical, fun flowers. And so I have two here. The frames are two different styles. You might remember I painted these this winter. A bunch of them are sold. These are two that I have here ready to go as well. And if you remember, I painted these, and then after I painted them, I'm like, oh my gosh, the hangers are upside down on the majority of them. So what did I do? Nancy, yeah, I'm putting my prints on Etsy as well. Absolutely. Oh, Shaylin says, hey girl. I have two of your originals from the Junk Monkey Paint Days. That is so awesome. Thank you. I appreciate your support, and I do know your name. I do know you, friend. So what I did in the back was I took the little hooks off because I'm like, do I want to have the hooks on the side? And then they can be like wonky flowers. But anyway, I decided against that, and so what I ended up doing was I took the little hooks out, and then I cut some old dictionary pages, and I glued it on the back. So you'll see Sonia Miller art on the back, and that's what the two of the backs of these. So they're signed, really cute. $12.99. There's only two if you want to go grab them. JunkMonkeyPaint.com. But these are really cute for a little pop of color. If you do go to the Dollar Tree, you can get one of those dollar little frames, and you can set it up. If you have like a stack of a couple books, put that on the top. It would be adorable. These gold frames are so sought after. People love them, right? I have them in all sizes. Yeah, so you could do that, right? Just lean it up against something if you want on your windowsill with a couple of your favorite rocks, maybe next to a plant. I don't know. But you can get those little cute little easels, which I think would be adorable. So those are available as well, and one painting. So thank you very much. Thank you guys. And now I'm going to work on this piece of decor. Let me put this over to the side so I don't ruin these. All right. Okay. So this is what I got today. I just dusted it off. I got this little bench brush. This thing has a lot of little spots. I might have, I think maybe I paid $2 for this, but I can flip it and repaint it, redo it. If I want to put a price tag of $12 on it, then I just make $10 off of it, right? So I think that sometimes some things, if you just put some paint onto it, it can increase the value to yourself for your own personal enjoyment if you want to keep it for you, but also for other people. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a seal onto it. And Diane says, so cute. Just wait. There's more. You got to see what I'm going to do. Because you know how this has all this decal right here? Decal. What I think, so all I did was just put a coat of black velvet Junk Monkey paint onto it. And then I just distressed it. And now I'm going to put some Monkey Shine, which is our all-natural beeswax oil finish. It's a polish. Because this is a piece of just beautiful decor that's going to hang, nobody is going to, it's not going to get a lot of wear and tear. That's how I decide between my polys, like my seals, I should say, is it something that's going to be a higher traffic or has the potential to be hit, knocked into, aka furniture? Or is it something that's just going to sit there and look really, really pretty? Then what I'll do is I can use something like this that is an easy seal to apply, makes things pop. Wood loves it. Just like a drink of water. And all we do is we put it on. You will have soft hands if you use Monkey Shine, that's for sure. And how easy was that? So what happens is, because that paint is porous, we went in circles, we plugged all the paint pores, and now I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off. And you ideally want to get a lint-free rag. So Matt just found me these because I've been experimenting trying to find some good rags again. And now we're going to buff it off. So what's everybody up to on this beautiful Saturday? Seeing a lot of people out on the go today, that's for sure. We are located at the entrance to Presque Isle State Park here on Lake Erie, and there's a lot of people going to the beach today. I can definitely tell that. They're all coming down here and turning right all day. I don't know if it's fixed at this point, but there's been a backup. When you first go into the park, they may be doing construction down there, but when you first go into the park, there's also, who knows this area, there's also a little place called Sarah's. We camp there when we do staycations here in town in Erie. Sometimes we just take our RV and we go down there. We just want a little break. You don't have to go that far, right? Sometimes just a change of scenery does it so well for you. All right, so that's good there. Now what we'll do is continue with the fireworks. All right, pretty cool, right? So imagine if this was a piece of furniture. You could just do the same effect. I just distressed it. Way to go. Love it. And you know how you can get pieces as well if you want to build up a piece of furniture to really feel super ornate, right? All right, let me get, I know I have a new thing of wax. Watch this. Watch this. But yeah, when you go down there, if you know this area, there's a little diner at the entrance to Presque Isle, and it's called Sarah's. And they have a campground, but they also have like this, it's an old diner. I don't know if it's like 50s, and it's still going. And it is like a landmark. And so you go there for your milkshakes. People sit inside, outside. You go there for your milkshakes. You go there for your burgers. You know, they have hot dogs, diner food, right? French fries, and it is all the rage. So sometimes on a really heavy traffic day, you go down into the park and it's the first thing. So I can only imagine they're probably so busy today. They stay hopping. It's definitely an Erie staple. That is for sure. All right, you ready? All right, let's do this. Stacy says she's got to mow, but apparently I prefer to watch you paint. This is way more fun. You know what they say? I always say this to Matt when he says I gotta mow. Yeah, I say, more money, more problems, okay? So that's what happens when you mow. We get more problems. Truly, I actually love to mow. I'm a worker bee. I get a lot of enjoyment. Tell me if you're the same. Like, I just get a lot of enjoyment out of doing things, moving, working. I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Did I get that open? This is a, okay, I was gonna say, I've had this for a while, so hopefully it still works. I know this still works, my finger. Hey, Martha and Ida. So this color, I'll pull it in close. I put a little bit out on the stopper. This color is called Old Silver, and I've been doing a lot, as you can see, in copper. Now I've been working with the classic color black because I'm building up my furniture, you know, just my furniture stash. Where shall we start? Should we start in the center? Do you want me to bring it in here? Because you know what, that's kind of fun, right? Just gotta get close to it. But let's just mesmerize each other, because this is my favorite part. And if you know, you know. But yeah, what's everybody out there doing today? Stacy's mowing, or at least she should be. We know that. But I actually love to mow. I just think, I don't know, I look back, I used to always enjoy trying to put like the lines. It's probably why I'm just a visual person. I always love to put the lines in the actual grass, you know. Sometimes I'd mow the grass for Dad, and I'd do them all or horizontal, so they kind of all went one way. And I'm like, that looks good. Okay, so I'm changing it up a little bit today because I've been doing warm metallics. I am working with a lot of black paint, and that is because it's a classic color, but there's ways that you can get still creative, and that is by choosing how you decide to finish it, right? So stay tuned, because there are things coming. There are things coming to my little shop, JunkMonkeyPaint.com, for those of you who have been asking. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You guys have been saying, what are you bringing the paint? Are you doing the waxes? I'm doing the things that I love to paint with. So stay tuned. Tonight we're going to go and we're going to get ready to go out of state. And I'll do my live out of state tomorrow. I go live daily at 2 p.m. no matter what I'm up to. Big project, small project, on the road, not. But I'll show you, I don't know where I'm going to be at 2 o'clock tomorrow, but wherever I am, I'll go live. And it's all part of the master plan. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm working towards some goals. And it's for pleasure, but it's also for business. So stay tuned. We're looking forward to it. We usually are closed on Mondays, but we're very fortunate that we have some friends who are going to watch the shop for us tomorrow. So that means we can leave tonight, and then we can come back on Monday, but have a 2 full day period. Guys, can you see the difference? Tell me yes or send me a heart if you can see the difference. That is silver. Can you see that? Maybe back here is even better. Right here, you can see it. This is silver. It's called, I think it's called like old silver. So I'm experimenting with different just techniques and things like that. But this has always been a classic that I've loved, and people do gravitate towards it. If you're selling furniture, like, you can't tell me that if I put this color right here on that guy right there, which I think, oh, you can't even see it. That guy right there, do you see him? The stand that we were working on. I know. I'm trying to get it to a place where you guys can see it. So right now it's looking against the black. Maybe like that, it's better. You know. So then, as long as if I got paint, good paint, and I've got a couple tools that I do it, you know, you don't have to overthink it. Love that. Yep. I love it. This one, and you know, you don't see it because sometimes you paint stuff and you don't even realize like all the details it has until you do something like this. And basically what we're doing here is, you know, we're creating just valleys of some depth, shadows, lightness. No matter anything you look at in this world, there's always like colors to it. When you go out in nature, nothing is, you know, there's just so much color and texture. So I think I like that. I'll work on the sides here next to it. But yeah, okay. So this was a test to see if I would love the old silver. And I do, because look at that over here. You see this table here. It's going to be so good. Gonna be so good. All right, that's gonna have to be my next project over here. I was gonna say my finger wants to touch it. wants to touch it, but I've got to do a seal on it first, because that one I'm going to put a poly on, and I know that if I seal it with a poly, or it's a table, so I really should seal it with a poly, it'll be stronger for a protection. Then I will go ahead and I'll put my favorite wax on top of it, right? So there you go. Ideas. Love that. So friends, that's what I'm up to today. I'm also just kind of getting the shop ready before I hit the road. And, you know, before I leave, I think I've said before that I'm just somebody who I like to clean the bathrooms. I like to know the kitchens are good. You know, everything's good to go. Everything's in place. You know, no whammies. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I got up. I've started this gym routine workout with Matt that I've been telling you guys about. I'm like 6 weeks in at this point, and it's feeling awesome. I would definitely, anybody out there that's just looking to feel a little different in a positive way, there's something to be said about just stretching your muscles. You get a lot of just pent up frustration of, you know, if you just need a new feeling, I'm telling you, you go and you do a workout and then you just work your muscles, and there's just so much that we hold on to, and it feels really good to just stretch, lift heavy weights. So that's what I've been doing. I've always been a cardio girl, but now I'm joining Matt in the mornings. So we get out and we go to the gym first thing, and then we come here and open the shop together. So that's what I did this morning. I did my gym routine, and yeah, getting ready to head out on the road. So stay tuned. Tomorrow will be a travel vlog, but this is our piece. Wow, you can really see it there, can't you? Just gonna stand here like this. I love it. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. Becky says, you have your wax. Yes, we have our own poly. So we have it all. We have it all. So we have been, like I've shared with you very openly, transparently, that I'm painting furniture for myself to flip for a personal goal that I'm working on, to buy a house back home on the island. And this is how I'm funding it, through what I know to be true is the power of paint, power of flipping furniture and decor. You can definitely make a lot of money if that's something that you want to do. You know, there's a whole other story right next to us. There's a building, and it's called Underdog Barbecue. Some of you guys may know it from watching. It was a series that was on what? I can't remember what TV network it was on. Discovery, and it was called Undercover Billionaire. Anybody know that? Maybe I should tell you that story another day because it's a long one. But in a nutshell, anyhow. The guy he's like a millionaire billionaire, and somebody said to him, I bet you cannot make that money again if you were to start all over. So a few years back, he took that challenge, and they dropped him off anywhere in the United States of America with $100 in his pocket. And where did they drop him? Here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And when I remember watching that show, and because I'm very much driven to believe that when I say you can create your own happiness, nobody's coming to save you. You can create your own life. You can see what you want to see every single day in life and pull into your life what you want. I'm a big believer. You are the captain of your own ship, right? If you've known me for a long time, I've always said that. I'm not even from this country, right? Like I look back and I'm like, wow, every time you do something, it gives you more confidence to do more and to reach more. But you have to be brave enough, and you have to take the steps and not wait for somebody else to come and, you know, fix it for you or make it for you. You know, do your own thing. So anyway, I watched this show, and this guy came and they gave him $100. They dropped him here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And one of the first things he did was to make money was he found stuff on the side of the road that he could flip for higher money to make more back into his pocket. And so you do remember that, Jeanette? I remember one of the first things he purchased was he found an old tire, like an industrial tire for a big piece of machinery. And he got it, and he put it up for sale, and he flipped it, and he got, like, I don't know, an extra $50, or he doubled his money. He only had $100 to start with. That's how I started my business. So I'm like, wow, I see that. I understand that. Well, by the end of the season, at the end of the day, what happened was when he was finished filming the series and he was Undercover Billionaire, nobody knew who he was. He went ahead and he started, what he did as part of it was he started a restaurant called Underdog Billionaire. Fun fact, they're our neighbors. Okay, they're terrific over there. We love them. Ashley and her crew, absolutely amazing. So that's next door to us. It's pretty cool, guys. But the premise of it was he came to town and he only had so much money. Could you make money off of just a little bit of money in your pocket? And that's what he did. He flipped stuff to increase his money. And then he went on to like invest that into other things, and other things and other things led to other things. And before you know it, he built a restaurant with a team. And at the very end, he sold that restaurant to one of the workers who came on with him for like a couple $100. Was it $500 or $100? It was just a couple $100. And Ashley next door, she was the one who bought it for that amount, was passed on to her, right? Isn't that so cool? So that is Undercover Billionaire. Watch the series. They're next door neighbors. They're fantastic. And so I love it. And it's the whole theme of the underdog, right? If you want it, go get it. Go get it. Rise to the top. The cream always rises to the top. So, but yeah, maybe I'll have to go back and watch that series again. So cool. But that's pretty much the story, and it happens all the time. But the idea that somebody just went ahead and they started that with flipping. Flipping! It's what we do too. Anybody can do it. You see something, you make it even like 10%, 20% better than what it was. Now I know that once this goes back with all my painted furniture, it's going to blend in really cool. And again, this is just another look by using a different wax instead of the copper. Now I also have gold. I love gold. I love gold. If you know, you know. I've been saying that for like how long? Sometimes people comment underneath my thrift videos. I love gold. Truth. Me too. So anyway, I think it's fun. I think it's fun. You know, we're only making things better out here. We're having a little fun. There could be worse things that we get into. That's what I say. So friends, I'm going to get back to work here, get myself cleaned up. But yeah, once again, insert my very own ad here. I do have this beautiful painting by me up for sale on my Etsy. It's JunkMonkeyPaint.com is the link that will take you there. There is one. It is the original. And this is why I say the pink posies, the rose-colored glasses. Life is all in how you see it. You have the power to make it a good day or a bad day. It's all in how you look at it, friends. And I also have these two guys up for grabs as well. So I hope somebody will give them a home. With that, I will see you tomorrow. It will be a vlog on the road, and I'll catch you there. But yes, this last 2 weeks, been putting out the feelers to see who's out there. Is anybody painting? Would you love to see Junk Monkey Paint come back again? We would of course make it in very small batches, just to kind of put it out there and see what the vibe is, see if anybody wants it. But I am making it again for myself. So let me know. Let me know if you want me to share, because this is the week. This is the week. And this is the week to begin. All right. See you tomorrow on the road. Bye.